And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, I'm Tom Vasel. Today we're taking a look at laser chess. Okay, it's actually not chess at all, but it's kind of like chess. It's an abstract strategy game, a two-player game in which you're shooting lasers. This is the third time I've taken a look at this game, actually. I reviewed it back many years ago when it was called Ket, K-H-E-T, and then later they changed the name to Deflection, and now it's called Laser Chess, which actually is the easiest way to explain it to people, because when I used to talk about Ket to people, I would say, it's kind of like laser chess. So now it's just called Laser Chess. This is a two-player game. Did I mention it has lasers? Let me show them to you. So here's the board for Laser Chess. Now this is one of several setups that the game tells you that you can use. You can make your own setup too. So I have it set up here for the Grail setup. I usually play the Ace setup myself for curiosity, but there's different setups that you can use. And each player is going to have some pieces. So you have a laser. The laser is basically just a laser that's going to shoot. You can see it here on the board a little bit as it moves around. It's not a very powerful laser, but it's going to sit here, although it can be rotated to shoot in different directions. You also have these deflector pieces, which have a mirror on them, so when a laser shoots at them, so right now if the laser shoots straight ahead, it bounces off here, off this one, and then comes and hits the table right here. So the deflector piece will block it. However, if a deflector piece gets hit on its clear side, you'll see it kind of lights up a little bit there. It's eliminated. And yes, in this game, you can eliminate your own pieces. You also have a defender. That's this piece here. If it gets hit with a laser in the front of it, it's fine. It gets hit anywhere else, it's eliminated. And you have these switches. They have mirrors on both sides, so they actually can never be eliminated from the game. And then you have the king itself, and if the king gets hit, you lose. So on your turn, you can make one movement, and a movement can be diagonal. So maybe for my first turn, I might move something like this. When I'm done, I then shoot. Now it bounces here, 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 and off the board. Let's see if you can see the laser on my hand. Yep, there it is. So you're going to be just moving your pieces around, trying to hit your opponent's king and take out other pieces. You have to shoot your laser every turn. So if for some reason I made a mistake, maybe I moved this piece so that it was in this spot. Oh, that's actually, so let's say there's a piece here. So boom, hits. Oh, it doesn't get hit anymore. Let's say it's right here. There we go. And I kill my own piece. Too bad. It's off the board. You also have a special move with this piece here where it can switch spots with a regular piece that's next to it. Neither piece rotates, or you can take any piece on the board and you can simply rotate it 90 degrees in any direction. And you're just going to keep doing this. You're going to keep moving around. You can also, as you move, rotate the laser, which is going to kill that one. But maybe I did that, so now I can... I killed this defender. Okay, whatever. I don't think my opponent would have moved this piece to help me there. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to keep going back and forth till you hit your opponent's king. There's also a rule that if the board state is the same 3 times in a row, the next person can call stalemate if you're just going back and forth and all. But eventually one person's going to win. You'll also notice there's some spots here with helixes on them. The red pieces are the only pieces that can move in the red ones, and the blue pieces are the only ones that can move in the white ones. That's how you play. The game comes in a box with this plastic insert in it, and so everything fits in this plastic insert. You'll have to they kind of snap in, but it's easy enough to get them in and out of this. The pieces themselves are really good. As I said, we have this laser here. It's not too strong of a laser, but it's strong enough to play this game. And I would say it works pretty well. I will say after like maybe 6 mirror bouncing that it will hit maybe in an odd spot. So let's show some examples here. Okay, so here we're going to hit this one on. So if you can see, it's hitting it dead on. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Let's move it another direction. Still pretty good. Now we're going to go up here and we're going to have it bounce off this many mirrors. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you can see it still hits it. Well, maybe you can't see that. Let's move this back a little bit. Let's pull this up. So it still hits it pretty straight on. This is actually more, these mirrors work better than they normally do, but there's an occasional where it's a little hard to see if it's bouncing off all over the board. But how often are you going to have a mirror set up like this? But either way, the pieces, they're pretty durable, and I do like the fact that they are now have this kind of translucent plastic so that when you hit them with a laser, they light up a bit. So it's fun to play this kind of in dim light too. Well, as with the previous 2 incarnations of this, I really like this game. It is a ton of fun. Now, I won't lie, that's because I like to press a button and see a laser bouncing off mirrors around. It's not even just the fact that it's a laser. I just like the idea of seeing something go doo, 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 and hit the king. It's a very satisfying feeling. But that being said, this game is also an excellent back and forth game. You're sitting there, it's not that complex, right? You can move any piece in any direction, one space, you can rotate a piece, and then there's that one special move where you can switch a piece. That's it. That's all you do. Or I guess you can turn your laser, right? So you're watching these, and so you're going to sit there and go, okay, if I move here, 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 and here, okay, I want to hit this king, so I need to move that piece into place, that piece into place. Great. So I'll move this one into place first. And then your opponent does something. You're like, oh, I got to be careful, too, that I don't accidentally be forced into a situation where I might shoot my own laser. That doesn't happen very often, right? But in a situation where my whole plan gets messed up because I was using one of their lasers as part of it, or they moved in a way, and if I do this now, I'm going to kill my own piece. The game is so good. Now, this game can take a long time, like over an hour, in a sense, if you are really thinking carefully and going back and forth. But most games of this are going to be fairly quick, pretty painlessly fast, but they don't feel like you were just kind of throwing time away. It feels like you're putting some very careful thought into this game. The blockers, for example, you're like, why are they even there? They can only block in one direction. But a good blocker can really mess up your opponent's plan. And you have to keep an eye on these double mirror pieces. They are so powerful. Because they can't be killed, but they also can hurt you too. You're like, oh man, I move this guy into a spot, and this is often the way you lose, where you move a guy into a spot, and your opponent's like, thank you, you just helped set up the path to kill your own king, and you're like, So it's a game of make a mistake and you lose, but it'll be a game that you're left wanting to play again. Highly recommend it from me, Laser Chess. Dice Tower Judgment approved.